Well, I'm on the farm today. The first round of first cutting is over, and got a little work to do here. Get the Model 50 started. So what I'm up to today, they're calling for at least an inch of rain, and I think we're going to get it. In fact, we may start getting some sprinkles here shortly, but as I mentioned, our first cut, our first swipe at first cutting, our main fields is done. We cut at a high stubble, so you can see it's already starting to green and grow back. But we withheld fertilizer on our first cut. We're going to hammer the fields on our second cut, and then we'll come back in here with some herbicide to clean it up. The goal is some clean second cut and hopefully third cut square bales. So this is Memorial Day weekend, and this is the Saturday before Memorial Day. It would be handy by July 4th weekend we could make it take a nice second cut, but we'll see. I'd like to run my drawbar on up in there and lock it down to get it out of the way of the spreader, and we'll try to get that on. And we got a 1-ton bag of fertilizer, and then we've got some individual bags. I want to kind of be precise about how we put fertilizer down. I don't want to put too much down, I guess is what I'm saying. So we'll top everything off with the smaller bags. Put my drawbar down. My roll bar down is it bumps that that board right there as you go into the shed. So I don't know if you can see, it's kind of a tight fit in here, and but I have this spreader sitting on plastic pallets, and the reason I do that is because I can kind of jiggle it around to line up holes and pins when I go to put it on. I won't bore you with that. Let me come back. So I got the Kubota spreader on the tractor, and just a few things before I get going and load it up. First of all, this is a Vicon spreader. Kubota bought Vicon, and so colors are orange and kind of a creamy white. I guess that's what you would call it. It's called a wigwag spreader because this thing right here goes back and forth. I'll show you. So there's an auger down there. You can open these openings to let fertilizer down, and it throws a pattern that's it says 39 feet and some change in the manual, and it's actually really accurate. And the nice thing about it is it doesn't sling fertilizer all over your tractor like a spinner does. Our old Lely fertilizer spreader, it would seem like as much on the tractor as it did on the field sometimes. And so there's rust on this tractor where that fertilizer got in nooks and crannies. This spreader's nice because the hopper is kind of a fiberglass poly. The plates down inside, the metering plates, all that stuff is stainless steel. I don't think the auger is stainless steel. The spout out here is plastic. It's kind of hard to get to have a rusty spreader with this thing. I guess if you neglected it, you could. There's some grease points on it that you grease, and it's just a very cleverly built machine. And so Vicon and Kubota, it's in Kubota now, you can go online, and based on your ground speed, it'll tell you what setting to set the openings, and I'll show you that here in just a second. But you can put in you can pick the type of granularity, if you will, of your fertilizer, what that's going to look like. And then it has options for different fertilizers. I'm doing 4600, which is urea, so I can pick that one. And then based on my ground speed at 540 PTO, it'll tell me how far open I can set this based on how many tons, or pounds I guess you would say, pounds per acre. Now this is a VS 6000 fertilizer spreader, but when you order the optional hopper for it, it becomes a VS 1000. And with the hopper, you can put 1 ton bags of fertilizer. Now I don't have 1 ton bags, my Massey won't lift those, but I could have 2 1,000 bags if I wanted to put it in there. And I've got a kit that when you start using the capacity of this, I've got a kit I can put on here, and I just haven't, that stiffens all that up. So when you really load it down with fertilizer, it'll withstand that load. And the goal here is at some point we'll do the 1 ton, probably in 1,000 pound bags when we return to fertilizing in earnest, and we'll put this on the big Massey. That's the goal, and we want to be out here as long as we can so we can get a better price by the ton on fertilizer than individual bags. And so this gets us the ability to handle 1 ton bags, and it's just quite a nice fertilizer spreader. So let me set the ground speed here, and I'll come back. Let me set the opening for the ground speeds, and I'll come back. Alright, so it's been a little while since I've run this spreader, and I can't remember if I went in A range 4th gear or A range 3rd gear. And the difference in speed is 540 miles per hour versus 7.5. And so when you look at this dial right here, this is basically how far the spreader can this is how far it can throw it, or open or close. I struggle for my words sometimes. So on at 7.5, I want to have it set at 45. So I had it wide open, so when I cleaned it last time, so there's 48. There's 42, so I'm going to put it right there, right there. And what that does, that limits the travel of the opening. And so the openings on the hopper are not all the way open. So I'm going to try that faster speed. If it works, okay. If it seems like it's too fast, then I'll slow it down a notch, and then I'll have to close off those openings a little bit more. So let me get a bag of fertilizer up here, and I'm going to drop 1,000 pounds in it, and then we'll take off. All right, so I got the Model 50 Massey with the 1,000 pound bag of fertilizer, and I just need to go over there, and I believe I need to go over there and cut the bottom of it. Although it looks like there's, maybe I don't need to cut the bottom of it. Maybe I can just untie it. The co-op, I've never bought bags like this. The co-op has always asked, do you have your own bag? And I just assumed, you know, I'd have to cut the bottom of that, but maybe I don't. I'll try it. Let me come back. So I'm going to try to open this thing. I don't really know what to expect. Here goes nothing. tell you this. There we go. This would be great if this would be great if I don't have to. I see it's tied right there. If I can get that loose. So front end loaders, round balers, bulk fertilizer, it's all new to me. I can feel a drop of rain. All right. Okay, maybe something will fall out of this. I'm sure once it starts flowing, it'll probably really come down. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. This bag's like $34. So this is perfect. Might have to raise it up just a touch more. I don't want it to go over the side. I really don't want to pull up too much more. Let me come back. So what I just had to do was grab this and pull it over, and it dumped out. So I'm ready to go spread some fertilizer. So this was a lot better than lifting 50-pound bags. And so let me get this tractor out from under this loader, and I'll put this down. It's wonderful. I can it's really great. I can reuse a bag, so that'll save me some money. I'll come back. All right, in the essence of time, I'm just going to leave that bag and everything rigged up like it is. This is my TPS guidance system. You've seen videos, seen me doing that. And basically I drop a bit of toilet paper off of the throttle handle here, a John Deere exclusive. This is actually pretty good stuff. So let me mosey out into the field. I felt a couple of raindrops. We're going to go no matter what. What I have to fertilize won't take long. And this thing, it does a 40-foot spread. We'll be on and off this field and our west field. That's all I'm doing in a jiffy. I'll come back. Broadcast, it doesn't take long to get across this field. What I do is I just drop a little paper. You might be able to see it out through there, maybe you can. I know the neighbors notice it. And it works, this works for us. I'd like to get a phone marker sometime. I'd like to get GPS, but we got what we got, and it seems to work. I hope you can hear me. This tractor is really loud. All right, I'm gonna stop the video here, and my apologies for not having more footage of the John Deere putting the fertilizer down, but I think you kind of get the idea. And I can feel a sprinkle every now and then. The clouds are definitely threatening. We've got rain coming, so I'm gonna break off the video here and getting some heavier fertilizer down for a second cut. And the way the high stubble is showing regrowth already, we get a good rain and then some sun, and I think we're going to be in business. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, the John Deere 5055D, the Kubota Vicon VS 1000 fertilizer spreader. And we'll talk to you on the next video.